So next week is the last week of April, so I thought let's look ahead to May, and these are my top four most anticipated films for May. The first one is Hockham. This is directed by Damien McCarthy, who directed Oddity. I've not watched it, but I've heard some fantastic things about it. And it essentially stars Adam Scott, who is a horror writer who travels to an Irish inn to scatter his parents' ashes, and he essentially finds out that the property is haunted by a witch. I've heard fantastic things about this. I'm a huge horror fan anyway, so this one is right at the top of my list. The next one is The Christophers. This is directed by Steven Soderbergh, who is one of my all-time favourites. I think Ocean's 11 is up there with one of my favourite films, and it stars Michaela Cole, who, if you've seen Chewing Gum or I May Destroy You, is fantastic. And essentially, this is about the children of a once famous artist, essentially paying somebody to finish his work so that they have an inheritance when he dies. And I have heard some really good things about this. I'm a huge fan of Steven Soderbergh, so I'm going to go watch it anyway. But I have seen some not as good things, so this will be one that I am looking forward to. But it's going to be on a bit of a wire's edge for me. The next one is The Mandalorian and Grogu. I've kind of fallen a little bit out of love with Star Wars. I think the first two series of Mandalorian are great. Third one not as good. But this is directed by Jon Favreau. It is essentially taking place after the series. That is about as much as I know. I have been rewatching it to kind of catch up with the film. The first two series, like I said, are incredible. Kind of hoping it takes on that rather than the third series, which definitely lost its way. But yeah, this is one that I'm hoping will finally be a good Star Wars film. And the last one is another horror one. It is The Backrooms. It is directed by King Parsons, who a lot of people know. He kind of got the job from doing a short on YouTube, and this film is essentially where a strange doorway opens and leads into these back rooms, which are somewhere we're never meant to go. I've kind of been avoiding the trailers because I am really excited for this. I think it's going to be very interesting to see. Kind of don't want to know too much about it, but again, I've heard some really good things. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't think A24 can do any wrong, in my opinion, and giving somebody so young this film is a bold strategy, but let's see if it pays off. But are there any other films that come out in May that you are more excited to see? Let me know in the comments below and follow me for more film and TV content.